Welcome to day 4 of our daily devotional on the names of God. I'll just recap my introduction. While lockdown continues, yes, we have eased some restrictions, but we still can't go to a restaurant. We still can't go to a coffee shop, and I feel that pain. But people are still struggling with what will things look like. There are people who are out of work. There are people who survive from hand to mouth, vendors. There are people who are in the service industry, restaurant waiters, those kind of people who are still unable to work. And they've lost their income and possibly lost their livelihood. And we don't know whether they will get that back. There are companies who have shut down. There are people who just can't afford to pay rents on premises that are closed and have volunteered to go into liquidation. We've seen that around the world airlines have gone bankrupt. People are being retrenched all over the world. It's not specific to our country. Some people are being further put on leave without pay. We are physically cut off from our families. Sometimes we can't even go and see our people, our friends and our family that live across town. And we're left with just being able to contact each other by WhatsApp or by Zoom or Skype. And that's what keeps us in commons with them. So in Genesis chapter 16, we pick up the story of Abraham once again and his family. God had promised him a son, but the son just wasn't arriving. Abraham and Sarah were now in their 80s. That's quite old to be having children. And so they were well beyond their childbearing or child-rearing years. I heard a preacher describing that Sarah may have looked like 40 kilometers of bad road. So they decided to do something about it themselves. And so Sarah suggests that Abraham sleep with her maid, Hagar, and have a child with her. And so he does. And they have a son whose name is Ishmael. And this doesn't go well, especially not so well for Sarah, who is ridiculed. Hagar elevates her station to wife and begins to get arrogant with Sarah because she could not have a child with Abraham while Hagar could. So they decide to fire her and send her away with her son Ishmael, and unfortunately they're in the midst of the wilderness. And there Hagar and Ishmael run out of water, they run out of food, they're in despair, and they're basically preparing to die. And it's at this point that an angel appears and talks to her, prophesying over Ishmael. And in verse 13 it says, "She gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. 'You are the God who sees me.' For she said, 'I have now seen the one who sees me.' You are El Roi, the God who sees." Today, for many of us, He is El Roi, the God who sees. He sees us where we are. He sees our fears. He sees our needs. He sees our anxiety. He sees our uncertainty. And like Hagar, He provides for our needs, especially as we reach that place of need. I would like to challenge us all today to ask ourselves the question, who are we looking to as our source? Do we think that God ignores us? Do you think He's sitting on a throne in an ivory tower just waiting for us, ignoring us, and completely disassociated with us? He is not. He is El Roi, the God who sees us. God bless you all today. Thank you.